Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Welcome. Welcome to our advanced trainings with me. If you are new, my name is Petra, and we've been doing this for over a year. We've covered many, many topics, and we're going to have an interesting topic for tonight. A bit of deviation of all the deep diving into the physical body. We are going to look at our energy in our energy centers tonight. But before we go, I want to see and read what programs are you running tonight. Soul Cycle, yeah. I love genetics. Bioenergetic visualization is my favorite ones. I've just finished my protocol, literally. Have a black Healy, black Healy, I love it. Obsidian energy cycle seems very powerful. Yes, it is. I love it. I really do. We're going to have a training on energy cycles in October. So it's something to look forward to. I would love to know what is your favorite. Yeah, if you are using it, what is your favorite program? Muscle Harmony, Digital Nutrition. Yeah, Digital Nutrition is on my list every day, literally. Pita Power 3, love it. Bit of digestion there and having some bit of fire to move things around. Good morning. Beautiful. Where are you? Good morning. Ross, where are you in the world? Would love to know. Vata Power 3. Good. You have a balance there. This cycle hate sensitive. Okay. Toxins getting out of the body. That's good. Getting rid of the things that are not supposed to be in the body. So for you, any of you who are not yet in our Facebook group, the recordings are always uploaded into our Facebook group. So I'm going to share the link to the Facebook group in the chat so you can join the Facebook group through there. I have also updated my YouTube channel. Finally, I got my support with my beautiful VA. She has been helping me for the last 3 weeks, and she's been just amazing. Like seriously, she got back to me this morning or this afternoon when she finished, and she uploaded 7 videos, and I'm like, oh my god, you are amazing. So she's getting through them, so they're all going to be on YouTube channel, my YouTube channel, so you can watch them anywhere if you get lost in the Facebook group. But Facebook group is also for you there to actually ask questions, because we only have a limited time here tonight and every Thursday. So as always, I would love to you to keep to the topic with questions at the end. Put your hand up if you do have a question. Please make it relatable to the topic tonight, because otherwise I will not answer that, because I would really love to come to an hour 10 minutes to actually keep it small, because I've been trying to do that for over a year. It didn't happen. So I'm trying to really push this through. If there's any other questions, please post them into the Facebook group. But tonight, only questions at the end regarding the topic, which is charging our energy centers, which are chakras. So let's go and share my slides so you can actually we can start rolling the information. Okay, let me just move my thingy so I can see you. Okie dokie. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. Zoom, I don't like you. Why is Zoom doing this to me? I really love when Zoom does this to me. Maybe this. It always changes. I have no idea why. Okay, here we go. Okie dokie. So, welcome to Charging Energy Centers with Healy. So, a lot of you, as I know, you are from beautiful countries of India and China and, APEC regions, where you have a lot of beautiful knowledge on this. And please, this is just my research and my exploration and trial and error on my physical body. Please, this is not by all means, the only thing. If you have things to add, I am always open to learning, because it's always something new to learn every single day. But tonight we are going to go through every single energy center, and we are going to look at what it is, where it is in the body, what organs are connected to it, what it looks like that it's imbalance and out of balance. So we're going to look at all of that, and we're going to look at the programs to actually support those centers in the body. So this is going to be an easier way for you to start kind of playing detective within the body to see what's your body's telling you, to listen to your messages of the body a bit more, to actually get in tune and connected with your body a bit more. So let's start. As always, every Thursday, we need to give you the notice and our disclaimer that Healy and Meg Healy, as beautiful devices as they are not tend or meant to or intended to cure, treat, mitigate, diagnose, or prevent any disease or medical condition. Please consult your GP or professional therapists, doctors, whatever you have, in order to relate to your specific situation. What we do here is actually give you knowledge for you to come back to the body, to actually empower your body, to help the body heal itself, because it is capable of doing so. Okay, so my question to you, the Facebook group is not allowing to do it. No, you have to answer the questions, and you need to agree to the rules of the group in order to join. So we keep safety space for everyone. When you do that, it's going to automatically join you in. Okay, so are you aware within your body throughout the day, aware of the connection between your body's health, your health and well-being, and your energy centers? Are you aware throughout the day, do you know that, certain things that are coming up for you throughout the day are actually connected to specific centers in your body? Pop that into a chat and let me know. No. Okay. So yes, perfect. Okay. For those of you who answered yes, I would love to know, short, how do you know things are specifically connected to your centers, and how are you observing that in your body? So it's good to, while we're doing this, so it's good to understand that everything our body is responding to, and everything that we see as sometimes a bad thing, and think things are happening and it's worse and worse and worse. The thing is, our body is actually sending us messages, and until we actually understand how to read them and how to connect certain dots together, we can't really support our body, because we don't speak body. So we don't speak the body's language, and if we understand the body's language, then we can actually communicate. Would love to know, for anyone that has, each chakra has a physical and a physiological function, correct? And you obviously have the knowledge, so you understand when emotional things happen or physical things happen, that things are connected in the body. So that's a good thing. Okay, so let's look at that. What are energy centers? For those of you who are new to this, or for those of you who would like to explore them a bit deeper, energy centers, commonly referred to as chakras, are vital components of the human energetic system, believed to influence physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being. So they connect your entire physical system, energetic system, emotional system, mental system. They're like bridges. That's how I see them. The concept originates from Eastern traditions, and a lot of you know that because you've grown up with that, particularly Hinduism or Buddhism, where chakras are described as spinning wheels or vortices of energy located along the spine. And of course, I don't speak Hindi, so I will not pronounce Sanskrit names, just letting you know, because I'll probably rename everything. But there are 7 main energy centers, and these are main. We have more than that. These are chakras that are actually within the body. We also have chakras that are outside of the body, but for education purposes tonight, we're going to look at the top 7, because we also have programs to actually help us support that as well. So the main 7 energy centers or chakras are root chakra, sacral, solar plexus, heart, throat, third eye, and crown. So this is what our aura scans are related to. This is what our chakra programs in Healy are related to. This is also what our meridians are related to. The meridian program on Mac Healy, as well as the meridian programs on Healy, because chakras connect to meridians. So we're going to look at that today. Okay, so why are they important? Why do we need to actually put any emphasis on them or any attention to actually understand them within the body and know what they are and what they do? Is because they're crucial for our health and well-being. Although you might not see them, although you might not be aware of them, where they are in the body, all of us are first energy. And those centers are like bridges to build our beautiful bubble, which is bioenergetic field around us, or auric field. And they connect with each other. And there's no connection if there's blockages or things are too open or things are too closed. The energy doesn't flow properly, meaning that on a physical level, your body is not receiving the information that it needs. It's not receiving the nutrients that it needs. It's not receiving the energy that it needs. Energy being energy in the cell. Yeah. And we're also not receiving the right signaling for our emotions. We're not receiving the right signaling for our thoughts. And our thoughts are creating those signals as well in order to actually have our body function the way it needs to. So let's look at why. First, it's holistic health. So we know that chakras, and this is from ancient knowledge, and now it's becoming more and more mainstream. They're important for the health of any individual person, as well as any animal. Yeah. And because each chakra corresponds to specific physical organs and emotional states. So if things we are experiencing, they're connected to specific levels of our energetic body, because every energetic body has specific frequencies on different levels. Yeah. And that's how our body is built, through dimensions. And when those centers are all balanced, means that we have harmony, and we have overall beautiful health and well-being. They ensure that we have enough energy, we have vitality, and the energy flows freely through the body, and we have enough of everything. So it's abundance of the balance and harmony within the body. And of course, we also have emotional stability and mental health. It's also important, they're also important for the mind-body connection. We've done a session on mind-body connection, but because they're like bridges through the body, they connect to each other and they are influencing each other. And if one is out of balance, then it's going to influence the others as well. And that means that the whole body, mind, heart connection is literally connected through those centers. And they regulate physical health, also mental health and emotional state of being that you're in. And any blockages and imbalances within those centers can lead to physical symptoms or diseases. Yeah. And they also influence mental clarity, and they build resilience. And we understand, because we looked at the nervous system in our trainings beforehand, because meridians and nervous system are connected, they flow through into chakras, and chakras charge our bioenergetic field. So if there's any disturbance or any blockage or any imbalance on any stage of those connections, what it happens is your whole body goes out of balance. So it's really important to look at the chakras, because they tell us the branches of what is happening within our physical body, emotional and mental body as well. They help us with our spiritual growth, because our upper chakras, for example, throat, third eye, and crown, are actually associated with spiritual awareness. Why? So when we look at our energetic body, the throat is actually the seat of the soul. So this is where the soul, which is between the physical body and between our essence, our higher self, this is where it actually sits within the physical vessel. So if we are looking at it in energetic view, anything below the throat is more dense frequency, because it's sitting physically in the body. And anything above the throat, it opens up. It's like a funnel. Yeah, energetically, it's like a funnel. It opens up in this big vortex above your head, which is a part of your bioenergetic field. And that's why we sense and see and feel things in the future more up here. But the point is that we can grow through that. Of course, we can see things through the third eye in the future. We can put them into manifestation through the throat. We can literally recharge our whole body through our crown by being connected to our own essence. But the reality is, a lot of people, and I'll be really open, this is just my experience and I'm not judging anyone because everybody has their own path, but in order to actually spiritually grow, they think they need to go up. The point of being is in a 3D. So we are physically here. So if you really want to balance your whole self and rise, ascend, you will need to actually spiritually grow by pulling the information and knowledge and implementing it into the physical body in order to create wisdom. If you're always in meditation in order to escape your body, to think that you're spiritually growing, you are missing the point here on earth. So you are here on physical in order to actually bring the heaven to earth, not earth to heaven. So it needs to go down, but bringing the knowledge from up down into your body and integrating it. Otherwise, the healing does not happen. Also, it helps with emotional regulation, because if we look at our centers, they are related to specific emotions within, our experiences within the body. But they also help us if we move certain things that are stagnant or suppressed within those centers. We move the energy, and that energy can now be released and used and utilized for other things in the body. So, for example, your heart chakra governs love and compassion. So if you're lacking love and compassion, the most important thing is to give love and compassion for yourself and others in order to move that energy out, in order to start moving the energy through the body so you can keep receiving it back. And the same happens with solar plexus, for example, which is your personal power and self-esteem. So if you are always losing power and you don't have a lot of boundaries, or if you feel like you're powerless all the time, you need to start learning how to set boundaries in a compassionate way in order to build up that power within your solar plexus, because solar plexus then charges everything up. So your chakras moving up and up and up, they're bridges. So the fuller the bottom chakra is, the more energy is going to be to literally overflow up into the stream of chakras. And why up? Because the energy moves through the earth. There's two ways the energy moves within our Taurus field, right? One is moving from the earth up, charging the root chakras, and up all the chakras with the grounding energy, which is literally an energy that discharges everything that's suppressed in the body. And then we have the energy coming from the heavens in through the crown chakra, bringing new information. So we want to build the energy from the bottom up to discharge what's not needed in order to bring new information down. And this is how Taurus field actually works. And this is, the chakras are literally bridges in between. And then we have energetic sensitivity. So the more, this doesn't mean you become empath and you are overloaded with energetic information. We are talking about energetic sensitivity in a way that the more your chakras are balanced, the more in tune you are with your own needs, your own feelings, your own intuition, but also sensing the environment and what's happening around you. So if you walk into a space, if your chakras are charged properly and balanced properly, you will start noticing if the energy in the space is actually optimal for your growth or not. And you're going to start deciding if you want to stay in that space or not. And the same happens with people around you. So make sure that to open chakras means you are an empath, meaning that you take people's emotions. So you have no energetic boundaries. If your chakras are balanced, you will have a strong bioenergetic field. Nothing will come in, but you will still be able to read the environment. So that's two different things. But that actually helps us access our intuition. And then, of course, manifestation of intentions, because we know that on a quantum field, thoughts and emotions, they're like electrical charges and magnets to pull things into our physical reality. We create physical reality. And chakras are actually electrical charges of specific frequencies. They're like little magnets pulling things into our physical reality. And in order to actually bring it into physical reality, we need to create it in our sacral in order to pull it up through the heart and actually come out on a physical form. But the information comes from the up, yeah, and it meets right here where the physical manifestation happens. So all of these bridges and levels are just different types of frequencies that are actually building together in order to actually create an intention into physical reality. And we can learn how to use that by literally practicing and observing our physical body and energetic body in order to actually charge it properly. And then, of course, preventative health, because we know that if we scan Healy, that actually scans the quantum field and our bioenergetic field, we can sometimes see things in a Healy list that have not manifested yet. And a lot of people don't resonate with them. Yeah. And sometimes they go, oh, that's not me. And then the next day they call you, they go, yeah, that's exactly what happened. So we really need to understand that things that we don't see on a physical level yet, that are not manifested physically yet, can be seen in an energetic space. And those things are like frequency within your chakras that aren't physically manifested yet. For example, I don't know, a cold and a flu, or like a physical symptom, or an emotional charge which can bring conflicts in relationships, for example, or a pattern that actually is able to create a physical manifestation of something that's actually not serving you anymore. So that's why I love Healy, is because it looks at things before they happen on a physical level, so we have a choice to transform that energy. And if we do that, and if we actually charge our centers, if we look at our centers and we shift the energy within our centers, we are doing preventative health, because all of those things can manifest on a physical level as physical ailments, emotional issues, and or any chronic conditions as well. So if we leave it for too long, so we have the power in order to actually change that. So that's the basic. So let's run through them. I'm going to post all of this in the group, so don't stress, you don't have to worry about this. I just wanted to give you some information on how to approach it. So I gave you a bit of a summary at the top. And why is this in a square? Yeah, because this is actually a really beautiful support for you to actually start charging your centers. So I'm going to go through first, and then I'm going to let you know like an insight of what I do. Of course, a lot of you have probably more experience than I do, but this is what I find really beneficial for me. So root chakra is the base of your spine, yeah, where your coccyx sits. It's in a color red, yeah. I like to call it this terracotta red. Like, I love that red. It's really earthy because its element is earth. And functions of the root chakra are actually grounding, survival instincts, and physical identity. So if any of those are out of balance, your root chakra will be out of balance. Then looking at the physical issues that can occur when things are out of balance are lower back pain, fatigue, immune system problems. So those are really, really important. And emotional things could be like safety, security, money issues, yeah. And then associated organs that are connected to this chakra are adrenal glands, kidneys, bladder, and lower digestive organs. So as you see, I've also added meridians, because we are going to have Mag Healy meridian training. I think I pop it in. I forgot. If not, I'll change it. Hopefully by end of November or December. But I've added in meridians because those meridians are charging this center. So if your center is out of balance, it's a good thing to actually look at what meridians are out of balance as well, and then go back into the organ. So this is where your detective work actually starts. So kidney meridian, bladder meridian are connected to your root chakra. So kidney meridian regulates water metabolism because it's connected to water, and supports the adrenal glands. So adrenal glands are connected to water. Yeah. And bladder meridian relates to urinary system and emotional stability. So this is all about stability, safety, building up your inner center. Yeah. Understanding your space, your boundaries in a way of your physical safety. Yeah. And this, when you feel safe, we can create money as well. I've added Healy programs. I'm not going to go through other Healy programs, but you can look at those there. So the best way to look at the pink chakra programs is how to use the chakra programs in order to charge your chakras. So when we look at the root eye or any other chakra that we are charging, I like to combine things. So I like to use the root chakra and the crown chakra, because the crown chakra is the one that charges the whole body with new energy. And the root chakra is what actually discharges and builds, literally builds foundations. So I like to actually have a meditation, and I like to combine aura scan together with application of the chakra. I'm going to give you that at the end, just letting you know. But then, of course, I gave you some other programs to actually support your root chakra, because we have the organs that are connected to that chakra. And I gave you some programs that are actually working really well with adrenal glands, kidneys, bladder, and lower digestive organs. So I'll leave you with that. I'm not going to go through all of them. But any hormone balancing, adrenal support, like I think I forgot to put the bed rest in there. Did I? No, I can't see it. I'll add it later. So bed rest in sleep is actually a really good one for adrenals as well. And of course, why this square? So when I do my meditation, this is what I do. Yeah. I normally scan my aura. And while I meditate and do breath work, because breath moves the energy, the chi, the prana, and I tend to combine things. You know me, I like to combine things. So before I go into meditation, before I go into breath work, I scan my aura. I do a scan of it, like mental scan, go through that so I have awareness of it. And then I actually vibrate that while I meditate. So when I meditate, I vibrate that through the blue app. The aura scan, I vibrate through the blue app. And I use breath work. So depending on what you want, you can change breath work based on the chakra if you want to go that deep. If not, you can just use normal circular breath, belly breath, prana breath, whatever you want to. And I also like to, while I breathe, I like to actually say affirmations. So for the root chakra, there's affirmations as I am. So I am safe, I am lovable, I am worthy. So all of those affirmations, while I'm breathing, I'm repeating to myself. And when I do my breath work in between, because I have pauses, I like to actually use sound. So I use the sound that belongs to the root chakra, which is lam. So you actually vocalize, the beautiful souls from India, you probably do that all the time. But because you've been taught and grown up with that, it's just amazing. And our voices are beautiful instruments to tune your whole body. And I use the sound in between the breath sessions that I do for that specific chakra. So there's two ways I do things. One is either do one chakra per day for a week. So literally Monday, root, Tuesday, sacral, and so on. Or what I like to do, I focus on one chakra for a week. So literally doing root chakra for literally 5-6 days. Yeah. And the 7th day, I have literally just a meditation and breath work, no programs. And I focus on each chakra for a week. So depending on what you would like, your choice to do that, and what feels good for you. But if root chakra is out of balance, you may feel feelings of oh, sorry, it's I put it wrong. Sorry, that's my mistake. So if you're out of balance, feelings of fear, anxiety, and instability, issues with codependency or feeling abandoned, physical problems like lower back pain or a lot of fatigue, yeah, because you're not grounded physically onto the earth. And then, of course, when it's balanced, you feel feelings of safety, security, you're more open to communicate, a strong sense of belonging because you don't feel like anybody is a threat. Also, connection to the physical world. You feel at home on earth and you feel at home in nature. Also, good physical health and vitality. So you have enough energy to move through things. I'm sorry, that is my mistake. I literally put that wrongly in there. Then we go to sacral, which is above your root, and it connects to your womb space if you're a woman, and it connects to your womb space, or literally, we call it a home space, right? Literally a seed or an anchor of your home if you're a man. And it is below the navel, and it is the space of the lower belly. It belongs to a color orange. Its function is connected to creativity, sexuality, emotional connection. And physical issues can occur if it's out of balance, connected to reproductive health issues and lower back pain. Again, still connected to that area. Organs connected, reproductive organs, ovaries, uterus, as well as prostate is here. Prostate. I can't even speak anymore. For men, bladder and large intestine. And meridians are spleen meridian and liver meridian, which are spleen affects digestion and reproductive system, and liver meridian influences emotion and detoxification processes. So we know that from a digestive system training that we had, that if the digestive system is not working properly, then the liver is burdened. The best option, again, sacral chakra program together with crown chakra program. So if you are do the sacral in the morning and then crown in the afternoon, so you're recharging all the time. And again, extra programs to support not only the sacral, but also organs connected to the sacral with Meg and Healy automatically. So again, element of this chakra is water. So it's connected to the emotion. So if you are emotionally closed, or if you're not feeling like you want to open up or you want to share things that are really vulnerable, then there's things to work on in the sacral. Yeah. And if there's a lot of emotional trauma, with women, we normally have the sacral chakra quite closed, yeah, quite rigid. It's going to come up with Healy when you scan. The aura scan is going to come up with rigid, yeah. Rigid means closing. Again, sound is bum. Affirmation is I feel, because it's connected to water. So a lot of people do affirmations just for each chakra as I am this, I am this, I am this. So each chakra has a different expression. So this one is feeling because it's connected to water. So make sure that you change your affirmations to I feel creative, or I feel abundant, or I feel expansive, or I feel what I normally do. I feel in flow. Like all of those things you can actually create whatever feels right for you in that moment. Make sure that you keep to one affirmation for a week if you're doing a chakra for a week. Yeah, so keep it consistent. Of course, if it's out of balance, you feel emotional numbness, close up. Yeah, difficult expressing feelings, control issues. So if you are a control freak, yeah, it's your sacral chakra. It's normally connected to the solar plexus above, which is willpower and boundaries. So those can come together. So if you're kind of a control freak, this is something to work on, because there's fear of security on the bottom, safety, security, and then of course emotional suppression that's kind of deep down, and we want to control in order to things to not go other way because we are afraid of pain. Yeah. Control issues in relationship or conflict regarding sexuality. Sexuality can also be creativity. Yeah, our sexual energy is creative energy, so they go hand in hand. Again, physical symptoms may include reproductive health issues. Sometimes heart can also come in, because heart and womb space are really connected, and throat and womb space are also connected. And if we look at it on a physical level, when we are an embryo, the fascia tissue that actually grows first is the connective tissue between the womb space and the throat space and the spine in between. So that's one tissue. And it's really important to understand, especially with women, that the jaw, the throat, the heart, and the womb are literally connected. And if there's something if there are imbalances in the womb space, you will have issues with heart, throat, and like a jaw. Yeah, because it goes through the throat anyway. So that's a physical connection that you can start connecting for yourself. If it is balanced, then healthy relationship and emotional connections flow. There is no tension and stress, and if any conflicts happen, you resolve them really fast. Then, of course, creativity and sense of pleasure in life, finding pleasure in everything, be it in a sunlight or food or whatever that is. Yeah, pleasure can be so many different ways of experiencing pleasure in life. Flexibility in emotions and adaptability to change. So if you feel like you're a bit rigid in change, so when you need to change something or things are changing in life and you feel like you don't want to move, there's something to look at in the sacral, yeah, because there's probably a fear of something at the back. Okay, next, solar plexus. As I said, this is upper abdomen, literally around your stomach area. The color is yellow. The element is fire, so that's why we need fire for digestion. And when we look at doshas, we had Pitta. Pitta is also the fire, yeah? So that helps with our digestion. It helps to break down the elements, and it burns what we don't need anymore, yeah? And it burns also what we need as energy. Sound is Ram, and affirmation is I do or I act. So I act on my intuition, and I do set my healthy boundaries. I do clarify my needs. Yeah, I act on my needs. All of those affirmations are really important because they build your fire. Yeah, if you don't have the fire, it's really hard to actually set really strong, consistent boundaries of your own space, and you're going to lose yourself with others. And of course, you're going to feel powerless. Functions of the solar plexus are your personal power, yeah, your inner power. So if you're giving your power away, you're going to feel powerless. Self-esteem, feeling proud of yourself, actions, decisions of just your existence, and of course, decision making. So if you have challenges of deciding on things, what's important to you and what's not, you need a bit more fire. So you can actually have a bit more integrity and determination, because that's also fire. Physical issues can be digestive problems, because we can't, if there's too many information in our belly, we can't digest things properly. So make sure this means emotions, thoughts, physical things, yeah. Of course, adrenal issues, because solar plexus literally lies in the area of your kidneys. Adrenal glands are literally above your kidneys. And if you don't have boundaries, and if you don't have strong decisions of what you would like to create and how you would like to create it and choose that, that actually drains your life energy. So if you are thinking that boundaries are not good, you don't want to hurt anyone, you're actually draining your own life energy in order to please others. So make sure that if you are a people pleaser, which just means that you have not chosen yourself. So when you actually choose yourself, the willpower of this is more important than anything else, that doesn't mean that, other people are not important. It's just understanding the balance between where you exist and where everyone else exists, so you can actually hold your energy and actually help someone else. Because if you don't have your own space and your energy, you can't help anyone. Organs associated to this are pancreas, liver, gallbladder, stomach, and adrenal glands. So it's really important to understand that adrenal glands don't go on their own. Yeah, they're the major organs that they're small, but they're major part of charging our bioenergetic field. So if you don't have life energy, you can't have energetic boundaries. So just letting you know, yeah? And it's going to be really hard to actually understand where you end and someone else begins, because if you don't have energetic boundaries, you actually have people coming directly into your emotional space, and that means you'll get triggered like that. And then if they literally cross your emotional space, they come into your physical space and you're going to feel suffocating. So it's really important to charge your nervous system properly and balance your chakras in order to actually have a strong energetic boundary. Again, meridian connections, stomach meridian and gallbladder meridian. Stomach again governs digestion and nutrition absorption. If your solar plexus is weak, you probably don't assimilate and absorb nutrients properly. So probably you are under, malnourished and lack nutrition. And again, gallbladder is involved in digestion and emotional processing. So gallbladder comes up, for example, a friend of mine literally just told me that she has gallbladder stones. And gallbladder stones come when we do not digest things emotionally. So we hold, suppress, we don't express our anger, we have a facade outside and we work on something else within ourselves. So there's two different personalities that we actually, one presenting and one feeling. So we need to understand that any anger that's assimilated or rage in the liver, if it's not processed, it's going to go into gallbladder and it's going to shrink and contract in energy, and that's where the stones happen. So you need to understand that physical issues are literally not non-digested emotional situations. So make sure that you don't leave them for too long in order to actually have a physical effect on your body. Again, solar plexus chakra is a program. Again, I would add crown chakra in order to add information, and of course other programs here. So when it's out of balance, solar plexus presents as feelings of powerlessness, and this can also be excessive control over others, but it can also present as when we are having a nervous system response, it can also present as a freeze response. So instead of fight or flight, it can present as a freeze response. Rarely, sometimes it can be an attack, so fight, but a lot of times it's actually freeze. Because if there's powerlessness involved, normally our nervous system goes just, I don't know what to do. I have no energy, have no power to actually respond. So make sure that you find ways in order to move yourself out of the freeze response, which is hard sometimes, but the more you practice, the easier it's going to be. Again, it can be manipulative behaviors, because manipulation can happen from fear, because we fear of losing things. And of course, lack of direction in life. So that can feel like you're lost. Lost and literally don't know what to do and stuck. Again, physical issues like digestive problems or adrenal fatigue. If it's balanced, it's beautiful. You feel confident. You have this personal power of integrity. You know what you want. You go and get it. You go and make action. You have the self-esteem to believe in yourself that you can create something. And you have clear decision making, because you know what to do. You know exactly what's a yes and what's a no. And you have this strong sense of purpose. This is what I'm after. This is what I'm going. This is my direction. And you also have great digestive health and a lot of energy in your body. And of course, we have different stages of it. So it's not just black and white. Heart chakra, our beautiful center. We had heart last week, and this is a beautiful continuation of that. Our heart is connected to our air element. Literally, air connects to our thoughts. So make sure that you do not overanalyze in order to drain your heart. The sound for heart is yam, and affirmation is I love. I love myself. I love my life. I love the creation of my life. I love people around me. I love the connections I'm making. Anything that you feel you want to create. And again, location is the center of your chest. We have also a higher heart, which is the thymus gland, which is a bit higher. And you can actually start activating that in order to start opening the heart chakra, which is like literally here. So if you start tapping about 2 fingers below that little dip underneath your throat. So if you go 2 fingers down and you start tapping, that's the thymus gland, yeah, which opens up the heart. The color is green and also pink. My beautiful love greens and pinks. And of course, we also have a front heart and a back heart. So there's different layers of it. But for now, let's just look at the heart. So it is connected to love, compassion, and emotional balance. So if there's an emotional roller coaster, heart needs balancing because it's going to anchor you into your body. Physical issues that can occur is heart and lung conditions. Heart and lungs are really connected because breath actually charges your heart. And of course, organs that are connected are heart, lungs, and thymus gland, yeah, because it's connected directly to the heart. Heart meridian and pericardium. So heart meridian is directly influencing cardiovascular health because it's moving, the blood's moving the heart in the pump, well, the vortex, and the pericardium protects the heart and regulates emotional responses. So it's really important to understand the pericardium is our beautiful meridian to charge our heart. Yeah, so if we are having emotional roller coasters, we are draining the energy out of the body as well as that means out of the blood. That means that the heart is not actually performing the way it needs to. Again, Healy programs heart chakra, again, crown chakra, and other programs to support your heart. When it is out of balance, we have feelings of loneliness. We literally detach from everything. We go into a cave. We can feel resentment. Nobody loves me, or nobody wants to connect with me. Nobody has this and this and this. Yeah. We go into a victim space. Or we have an inability to forgive. So when we have an inability to forgive, what happens is we cannot forgive ourselves, or we have lack of capacity to actually accept the situation. And when we can't accept the situation, it's really hard to forgive because we are lacking the connection to ourselves and to the higher purpose. And we can feel social anxiety or difficulties in expressing love. So any physical attention, emotional expressions are really hard for us. Physical symptoms also include heart-related issues and respiratory problems. And when we are in balance, our heart is beautifully open. We have a huge magnetic field around us and strong energetic boundaries. We have enormous amount of compassion, love. We have empathy, not sympathy. So we have empathy towards oneself and others, meaning that we have understanding of the situation and acceptance of it, an ability to form deep emotional connections, not just superficial, but really understanding things from different perspectives, and having compassion for people that are learning. And maintaining healthy relationships. So we just don't give up just because we are hurt. In relationships, we start having communications and open heart in order to actually have the feelings of forgiveness and ability to forgive in that situation and move on. And we also have a sense of inner peace and gratitude for life. So we are connected to life and the flow of life. Heart chakra is a bridge between our energetic and our physical body. It literally sits in, it's like a plane, yeah, between our vortex. And this is where actually the energies of the bottom and the top actually meet, yeah, and it literally becomes a plane in a vortex, yeah. And then we have like a top vortex and the bottom vortex where the energy meet and go sideways. So the heart actually has this beautiful sacred geometry because of all this energy moving through it. That's why it's so sensitive. That's why it's so fragile in our view, but it's really strong because it's so much energy moving through that it is capable of more than you think. So make sure that you breathe through your heart to strengthen your heart in order to actually cope with anything that comes, because heart can transmute anything. Then we come to our beautiful throat chakra, which is the element of ether. So we are moving into outside of the physical realm. This is the intangible now, where we are pulling things out of the ether or the quantum field and bringing it into the physical realm. And the sound is hum, and affirmation is I speak. I speak my truth. I speak my creativity. I speak my essence. I speak clearly, calmly, compassionately. So anything that resonates with you as an affirmation, and make sure that you bring emotion into it. Yeah, not just say it in your head. Bring emotion into really feeling what you are saying. Again, location, throat area. It does not sit just here. It goes around and up into the jaw, yeah, and around the shoulders. So the energy is not just a little, little bitty tiny thingy. It's literally just expanding and pulsating all the time. Color is blue. I see it a bit different blue. It's a bit more neon blue for me, but everybody has their own way of seeing things. And again, it connects to communication and self-expression, how we express ourselves as well as how we communicate to others and ourselves. This is where the inner critic comes in, or the empathetic, not critic, empathetic. It is the physical issues can be throat infections and thyroid issues. Thyroid issues are quite common in today's world because thyroid is, you will see a bit later down there, it's connected not only to the throat. Thyroid is connected to so many things in our body, and it's connected to the adrenal glands as well. So the thyroid is a beautiful organ in the shape of a beautiful butterfly, and it really transforms a lot of things in our body. So make sure that you take care of it. And again, organs are thyroid gland, parathyroid glands, vocal cords, so anything to do with here, yeah. And sometimes it can connect to the lungs because the heart and the throat are connected together. They're quite intertwined. But meridians, I actually put here thyroid gland connections because there's different meridians that are actually influencing this part of the chakra. And thyroid itself regulates our metabolism and energy levels as well as our temperature and so many other things. Yeah, so it's not only a basic organ, it really is like a crossroads for highways. Yeah, and it does so much work. And it is linked to our large intestine, it's linked to our pericardium, which is the heart, and it links to triple heater meridian. So you can see that it's like a highway connection, and it's really important to look at all the directions of where the energy is coming from, where something's happening here. And of course, it's connected to the lung meridian as well, which affects respiratory health and communication, as well as grief and sadness and all of that in there. Chakra program is throat chakra and crown chakra, and of course other programs that you will get, and I will pop that into the group. Again, when throat chakra is out of balance, we have fear of speaking up or expressing ourselves. It may lead to dishonesty or manipulation, and we can have feelings of shame or guilt that can be associated with communication, or even feelings of us existing to express, and then greed and misfortune. Yeah, because this is something that is a physical manifestation, just letting you know. I have been working on my throat chakra since I was little. It is one of my wounds in this life, and I know throat chakra quite well. And I experienced a lot of that in my, now I could call it a previous life, because I'm a completely different person today, literally, years back, and throat chakra, it's really hard to work with because it's a combination of building everything from the bottom up, literally building yourself on a physical level, and bringing everything from the top down in order to actually bring it into physical body. So if you're having issues with throat chakra, be patient with yourself, be kind to yourself. It is a challenging one to work with. And when we do work with it and we bring it to balance, we have clear communication and self-expression. There is no friction in it. We have no feelings of guilt and shame to actually express. We have honesty in speaking. yeah, and we speak our own truth, and we speak it with integrity and compassion and empathy, and we assert our needs effectively. So we have strong boundaries, but also asking for needs and asking for help. And again, manifesting into physical reality with ease and grace. So things that we have in our mind, creating as visions and bringing them into physical, pulling them up through the heart and into physical reality. It's really important with this one, especially the vocals and the sound of your affirmations and the sound of hum. You can really shift things in your throat chakra, because throat is connected to the sound. It's your instrument. And when you shift this area, you will start shifting everything else in the physical body. Third eye is an element of light and dark. This is where we look at shadow and light of ourselves, mirrors, visions, clarity of who we are. The sound is and the affirmation is I see. I see clearly. I see things into the future. I see myself completely in the truth of who I am, whatever that feels for you. And of course, between the eyebrows, and it's not only here, it's going to go right here around with the eyes and everything. So it sometimes encompasses the entire head up to the crown. And sometimes you can have headaches from that. Yeah, that's the important one. So the color is indigo. The functions are intuition, insight, and mental clarity. Against physical issues, headaches, vision problems. Yeah. And then, of course, organs, pituitary gland, eyes, and brain. Those are all connected to your third eye. And governing vessel and small intestine meridian. So governing vessel influences the mental clarity and spiritual insight. And the small intestine is supporting the mental processing and clarity, because it actually works as assimilation and absorption of your nutrients in the body. Again, your third eye program is chakra program and crown. If you do want to, you can use the throat in order to support the energy to move up. Again, when we are out of balance, we have confusion, lack of direction, difficulty making decisions, overthinking, of being overly critical, potential for headaches or vision problems, and feeling lost and stuck, meaning that you don't have a vision or direction of where you want to go, and you feel like you're lost, you're on a hamster wheel. Yeah. And then if you are balanced, you have your intuition really strong. You have a lot of insights into everything. You can see different perspectives. You have clarity in thought processes, so you can actually connect the dots together. You can see a bigger picture. You also have a strong mental focus. You can focus for long periods of time. And you can visualize goals effectively, so you can see them in action. And another thing that a lot of people forget, this is just on a physical, on an energetic, is the ability to envision one's future. So things that already exist on a quantum field, through the third eye, we can bring it into our vision and actually feel it in the body of what's already present in the quantum field, things that we are stepping into. Not just the goals we are setting, but things that are meant for us on a quantum field, and we can actually step into them. And the last one is the crown. It's our access to our essence of who we truly are. The element is time and space. So we are transcending the physical reality. And we can go beyond time into literally the quantum field through the crown chakra. The sound is Om, and the affirmation is I understand, or I prefer I understand. So it's literally integrating all the wisdom that we're bringing down. And again, top of the head, it can be at the top and a bit up. There's a star chakra at the top of that as well, that is in between. And of course, violet or white, because it is going into the energetic space. So it's not relating to the physical body as much. We have the connection to spiritual connection and enlightenment. And also, I would like to define enlightenment. Enlightenment is not out of the body experience. It's bringing things into the body. I love the quote, right? Before enlightenment, no, chop wood before enlightenment, chop wood after enlightenment. Nothing changes on a physical level. It's our perception of the world that changes. Yeah. So we need to understand that bringing things into physical reality. Physical issues, neurological disorders, so anything, mental health issues as well that are happening within the brain. Organs are pineal gland, which actually is a CEO of your whole entire system. And of course, central nervous system, which is connected to your pineal gland. And the meridians are governing vessel. And this chakra actually integrates all the meridians and the chakras for the holistic health. So that's why I love combining the programs. For example, crown chakra, when we come to crown, I like to actually combine it to root. So we actually balance both of the feminine and masculine energies through the body so we can charge all the other chakras. When it's out of balance, we have feelings of disconnection from spirit. Yeah, we can't feel that we are at home, like we are missing something. And that actually can lead to existential crisis of confusion. So we feel like that we don't belong anywhere. Crown chakra is connected to our masculine energy, means that our masculine energy is either out of balance, too open to victim, or it's not aligned, and we have no trust in life. And when we are balanced, we have a sense of spiritual connection and enlightenment. Yeah, we feel at home in our body. We feel connected to everything and everyone. We feel feelings of unity. We see mirrors in everything around us, and we know that we can connect to ourselves and connect everything that it is in our environment to ourselves. And we see reflections within the universe as above, so below. And we have a deep understanding of life's purpose. So we don't judge. We don't want to have the feeling, we don't have a feeling of, oh, why is this happening to me? Why do I need to do this? But we have more of a feeling of, okay, this is showing up for me. I understand that this is my path. I'm looking forward to what's going to happen in order to explore this further to see why is this important for me. And of course, it's we easily recharge our own energy within the body, so we don't have to rely on other people to actually drain other people to charge us, and we actually have a strong energetic space around us. Okay, oh my goodness, that was a long one. Okay, so these are some basic things that I do through my meditation. Again, I gave you practice and techniques for meditation, breath work, and somatic movements. Make sure that when you do charge your centers, make sure you have somatic movements, either yoga, walking, stretching your fascia, anything that moves the energy through the body. Yeah, so don't just go meditate. Make sure that you work on your body as well, because we need to move the energy through in order to recharge and make a flow. And then, of course, frequency. Use Healy chakra programs in order to recharge. Use Healy aura in order to actually move the energy and shift the patterns. And of course, other organs, if you feel like your chakras are quite out of balance. If your chakras are not so much out of balance, then just recharging them with the chakra program is enough. Make sure that you are consistent with it, and you will see, like, this is my experience. You tell me if you have a different one, but I normally do this once a year. I do like a clearing of all the chakras, like deeply. And I've noticed when I scan myself on Aura is that when I do a week of each chakra, like my aura at the end is like completely different. Yeah, so it's like almost 100%. So it's really important to charge your chakras properly and be consistent. Of course, sound, your vocalization of specific sounds, if you have tuning forks or crystal balls or whatever it is, you can use those as well. It's beautiful frequency to move the energy and charge. And of course, affirmations, and again, discharge. So when we're charging our energetic centers, we need to discharge. So make sure to go to nature, like barefoot on grass or sand, swim in water, yeah, which is a sacral. Go to outdoor activities, go hug a tree, go walk in a bush, like whatever that is that resonates with you in order to recharge yourself. It's important because you're discharging things that have been sitting in there stagnant for a while, and you need to move them out of the body. Okay, that's about it. Now to questions. If anybody has any questions, just gonna stop that. You can raise your hand. Otherwise, I'm gonna look at the thingy, the chat. Oh, question. Um, Nitika. Nitika? Nitika? Hope I
Hi,
pronounced that
Petra.
correctly.
It's beautiful, whatever you're teaching. I've been a Reiki grandmaster, but I left healing.
Beautiful.
So I want, lately I've been using Healy. So it says
Hmm.
my chakras have to be balanced. First thing comes chakras. So in that, the sacral and the root chakra come.
Okay.
So of course, I have lot of digestive issues. So
Mm.
I had a lot of intolerances, gluten and lactose that I've stopped. I don't have wheat. I don't have milk. So that I've
Okay.
stopped.
Good.
What are the things I need to do for improving my sacral chakra with respect to digestion?
So remember, digestion is just a response to the imbalance within the body, right? So we need to look at your body as an onion. So there's an energetic level, there's a mental level, there's an emotional level, right? When we look at the chakras, there's probably not enough energy in those areas because either there's patterns and energetic patterns that are suppressed in those areas. So what I would do is I would go into charging your chakras, like give yourself a protocol. Like if you want to do it like each chakra per day for 7 days, and then you see the difference, like whatever's happening, and you can still continue, or you can choose to do like one chakra per week, yeah, and do each week for each chakra. And then if you want to, you can actually start adding, for example, programs like gastrointestinal harmony, or digest all in deep cycle, and don't overdo it. Like choose 2 or 3 programs to add per week alongside those chakra programs, yeah, to make sure that you're not going overboard per day. Yeah. And then another thing that I would like to add is just scan your aura and see those chakras and the patterns that are coming up, because obviously there's something in there that is preventing the energy to flow. And it's the root and the sacral, which are your safety, security, and your sacral is your emotional um, integrity of how you express, how deep you go into the body, how much you feel, how much you push away, and that can also be looking at the old patterns, the shadow work. But again, this is a process, because when energy sits in there in the body, it actually, especially in the digestive system space, yeah, it influences your vagus nerve. And vagus nerve is the communication system in the body, and it literally is causing stress on your body because that frequency is always agitating that space. So make sure that you are patient with yourself, that you are working on it step by step, and not expecting that it's going to be healed overnight, yeah, because obviously there's layers to it. But the more you actually support your gut on a physical level, and to support your energetic, yeah, your emotions to actually release and move, the more you're going to see the coherent effect in the body. You're going to see less bloating, you're going to see less reactions to the situations in the world, because the more we move that energy out that's been suppressed, the easier your nervous system is going to have it in order to respond. Yeah, so it's going to become more adaptable. Does that make
So
sense?
when I take Healy every day on my chakras, each chakra, will the emotions related to it will get settled?
Well, it will come up for you to address. So when we actually start charging our energetic centers with our pink app, yeah, with the chakra programs in the pink app, what starts happening is we are now adding energy in those centers, and we are now pushing the things that have been suppressed up to the surface. So they might come up in your real life as different situations, yeah. Either you will respond to them as a trigger, yeah, or something will happen in a relationship because the relationships are mirror to us, or something will happen in your environment in order to actually trigger that feeling within you, because that will come to the surface, so you will be able to respond to it differently, yeah, because Now this is our responsibility, ability to respond to anything that we need to transform or want to transform. Because otherwise, if things are coming up and we are responding to them or reacting to them, even worse, the same as we used to, then we're not shifting the frequency. We're not shifting what's happening within the body. We need to choose a different approach consciously. Yeah, that might not happen the first time. The first time you'll probably be shocked. The next time it happens, you're going to observe it and you're going to notice it. You're going to go, oh, wow, that's actually similar. And then the third time, you probably go, oh, wow, maybe I can choose a different approach. And then you're going to probably choose it, I don't know, 30% out of 100. And then the next time it's going to happen, you're going to get better. So it's a process of adapting the nervous system and awareness of the situations that are happening in order to transform that suppressed emotion. Does that make sense?
Yeah. One more thing, like my root chakra is always weak in the scanning also. It's weak. So that's why the money comes, but it doesn't stay in my hand.
Yeah,
So
because you don't have, yeah, I get it.
so how like I have clients, but it doesn't materialize. So
Yeah.
what is the how do I go about this? How do I help this point of my life
So
having attracting more finances?
again, right? So money is energy. So it's connected to how you feel in the body. So ask my suggestion on how would I address that is I would look at a few things. I would look at the relationship you had with yourself and the money. So think of money as a person. So if you have a husband and you have a beautiful relationship with your husband, yeah, and you want this kind of relationship in every aspect of your life. Now imagine now looking at the relationship with money and think of money as a person and think of how do you respond, act, how do you connect with money? Do you have the same or beautiful relationship as you have with your husband? Do you have it with money as well? So that's the first thing. Second thing is I would look at safety in the body. So do you feel safe in the body no matter what happens in the environment? Do you trust yourself? Do you make decisions that are feeling safe for you? Do you have boundaries in place that actually make you create the safe space for yourself? So if there is no feeling of safety, then money will just come and will go, oh my God, no, 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 I don't feel good. Bye. So it literally, if you don't feel safe, your nervous system is in a fight and flight response. This is a physical approach, yeah? And if it's in a fight and flight response and our nervous system is actually charging an energetic field, that means that you're always in contraction. So there is no space for the money to stay in here. Yeah? You don't have the capacity to hold it. Money goes, oh, I want to be with you, but then it comes and it goes, oh, no, bye. Right out, yeah, through the door. One in, right through the other one out. So you need to build the physical capacity of energy in the body to actually balance your nervous system, to feel safe, to actually have more health in the physical body in order to actually have the capacity to hold it. Does that make sense? So what does that mean on physical?
Healing
Working
the
on your gut. Sorry.
healing the root chakra would make a difference. And then I can do affirmations and visualization.
But you also need to look at because your digestive system is out of balance means that your root chakra was out of balance for a long time. So
Hmm.
meaning that you will need to extend the branches, go down the branches of your root chakra and look at how you can support that so you can bring the energy closer into the center.
Okay.
Yeah. And do both ways. So one is looking at the branches, which is digestive system, nervous system, yeah, adrenal glands. So you look at that to support that, but then also because that will build the energy closer to the energetic center. But then you also charge this center in order to build the energy out. So you're literally doing hand in hand. Does that make sense? And that actually pushes the healing to actually happen faster. But you will need to look at the emotional approach as well, because if you don't change the approach, if you don't change the perception, the thinking, the emotional feeling that you have in the body, no matter what you do and how much you charge your body, it's not going to change. Does that make sense?
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like throwing something at the wall and it sticks, it doesn't come back to you. And then it falls down and nothing, you did nothing. Or you want to create a facade and you put a paint on and the paint just falls down. And you put it again on and it falls down. So you're patching. So you need to look at the root cause of the situation. What is causing all of this? Yeah, in your environment, within yourself, there's a different layered approach. Yeah, but you can start by supporting yourself with programs for the gut. And if you have a Mag Healy, for example, you can start running vagus nerve or emotions in a McMaken program at night, and then do the root chakra for a week, and then do the sacral chakra for a week. Yeah, because if you run the aura scan, you will see that even if the root chakra or sacral chakra are coming up, the origin of that pattern might be somewhere else. So that's something to look at into as well. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, charging for how many minutes with Maggie? The sacral and the
So
root?
the pink programs are programs to run. They have a timing.
They
Each
have the
program is
timing.
different.
The Maggie, you said you do every day your chakras charging. So that's how many minutes I should go for.
On Mag Healy on an aura scan. So I normally run 6 minutes, but you can start with 1 minute and 20 and see how you go. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Does
in the
this
blue
answer your
app,
question?
yeah, in the blue app, I can also do 20, 30 minutes, 27 minutes.
I did not say that. So I said blue app, it's the vibration of the aura scan that I normally do for 6 minutes. But you can start with 1 minute and 20 seconds. And then the chakra programs in the pink app have a program that lasts for a specific amount of time. So if you do root chakra, then you just put a program on a coil or on bracelets, and then you actually run the program. That's it.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much. It was such a blessing. Thank you so much.
No worries. You're welcome. Okay, last question and then we leave. Lower hand. Tapan Kumar. Welcome back.
Hello. Hello, Petra Madam. Hello.
Hello.
Am I audible? Hello.
Yes.
Thank you for your amazing presentation, the heavenly presentation. But I feel that I'm not getting to use it properly. As I have talked to you several times, you might remember that I'm 83 years old and I had amazing results in Healy. And last 1 month, I was facing problems, a prostate problem, kidney problem, and vitalization problem, particularly for losing sense of sexuality, which I never had.
Is that, sorry, Tapan, is that related to the topic for tonight? Like, is this
Yes,
related
yes,
to chakras?
Yes,
okay.
Yes, it is. I am trying to do it with chakras. And
okay.
I have taken the program of root chakra, but I was not taking like this the way you told today. That in the morning I can take root chakra or sacral chakra, which is critical for me as I feel, and then in the evening again crown chakra. I would like to do that, and as you say, I have to continue for a particular program for about six days. Isn't it?
Well, depends.
Say
so
if I'm going for
either you can do, like we have 7 chakras, right? You can either do each chakra per day to have 7 days, yeah, and then see what the changes are. Or another option, a deeper option, is to actually dedicate 1 week to one chakra. So, but instead of 7 days, because now we are doing a deeper dive into the chakra, we do 6 days of programs, and the Sunday is then without the programs. Yes, so you literally do root chakra from Monday to Saturday. And then you can run extra programs connected to that root chakra. Does it make sense?
Yes, yes. I was not doing like that, and I was
That's
not
okay, you
doing
don't need to. This was just my suggestion. This is how I do it. This is what I presented, but you can always do it the way you feel is right for you. There is no right or wrong. As long as it works for your body and you're feeling the changes and you feel that this is okay, then do that. There's no right or wrong.
So as I feel now, sacral chakra is very important for me at this stage, and I should do for initially for sacral chakra, then go for root chakra. Will it be all right?
Yeah. Have you
According to you?
have you scanned yourself on the aura
Yes,
scan?
yes, I do scanning. I do scanning
Okay.
and see what are the chakras that are deficient in it.
Good. So then you vibrate that and you look at the patterns that are coming up and you can work with that. And together you can also use the pink programs to charge your body. Because if we use the pink programs on the sacral, pink programs on the chakra list, yeah, we are using bracelets or coil, which means that we are adding and helping the body to charge the cells. We're not just shifting this in an energetic field, we're helping to charge the body and its cells in order to start changing physically. Does that make sense?
Right, right. Yes, it
Yeah.
makes sense.
Okay.
Another thing, just now we have been talking to someone else that when you do blue application, you do it only for a few minutes, not for a program of say half an hour or so. Is it right?
As I said, like everybody's different, right? I can't tell you what's right for you, but recommendations are either 4 times per day, minute and 20 seconds, 8 times per day, 37 seconds. I like to do it about 6 minutes once per day because that's how my body likes it. And if I feel like something, I need to really shift and push the energy out of the energetic field, and I really want that, then I would run it overnight. But I would run it only once. Yeah. And then I would go back to lowering the amount of time because we don't want to bombard our body with so much frequency. We need to be cautious as well because this is powerful. You might not feel it, but it's powerful. Yeah. So make sure less is more and more consistency. Yeah.
Another thing
Does
I
that
do, another thing I do every day, I do grounding every day for
good?
about an hour in the on the
Good.
ground, almost on the bare body, and I feel
Good.
extremely well. I feel extremely well with that.
Good. I'm glad that this is working for you. Did this answer your question?
Thank you very much. Yes, it does.
Beautiful. Thank you, Stepan. Enjoy.
Thank you very
Okay.
much.
It is okay. It is 8:30 here, so I'm going to stop the questions. But if there is any questions around this, please pop them into the Facebook group. I will always answer things there. I will pop all of these slides into the Facebook group as well, so you can access them there. And of course, I am extremely grateful for you for joining me tonight. Next week we are not going to have a session because it is my birthday week, so I'm away. So next Thursday it's not going to be a session. So I'm so sorry, but I will be seeing you in 2 weeks. And in 2 weeks on the 17th, we are going to do the energy cycle from Obsidian. And we're going to look at all the programs for the energy of the body, including the 5G and the mobiles and all of that, and how that affects your body. But I will be seeing you in 2 weeks. And thank you for joining me tonight. And have a beautiful weekend ahead. Have a great night.